guys, so in today's video we're going to talk about really your Wednesday lesson, Thursday, Friday, and then like anything that you want to finish over the weekend. So for Wednesday in your novel packet, you were looking at direct characterization and indirect characterization. So direct characterization usually happens like when we're introduced to a new character. So like in my book, one of the characters, Alex, like has this group of friends, these three ladies that she like goes to brunch with or whatever. So when they're first describing those people, we get pretty direct characterization. Like one of them is very sarcastic, one of them is very bossy, one of them is like the emotional, like comforter friend. So the author just like explains that when they first bring up this group of friends. So that would be the direct characterization. And then throughout the rest of the book, like every time they get together, there's one friend who always says really sarcastic stuff. She's kind of the funny one. And then one friend who always is like very bossy and just like tells her what to do and is very realistic. And then one friend that's like really comforting and emotional. Like that's all of her dialogue falls in with that. So in this book, the author does a really good job with like laying out the direct characterization first, and then throughout the rest of the book we see those characters' traits indirectly. So you're looking for that in the book that you're reading. And then for today, for Thursday, you just get to pick any passage that you thought was interesting or thought was meaningful. So this actually takes up 2 slides. So on one slide, you type in the passage. So let's say 1 paragraph minimum, just so that we can see what you're talking about. And then the next slide is your response to that passage. So why did you like that passage? Did you think it was really funny? Was it really sad? Was it really dramatic? Was this something that you like really relate to? So you can pick any passage for any reason, just something that kind of stuck out to you that you feel like you can write a response to. So for example, in this book, there's a scene where Amira, who is the babysitter, she's black, and then the little girl that she nannies is white. And so the family is like having kind of an emergency. So she takes this little girl to the grocery store just to get her out of the house. And it's just kind of, you know, a place where she can like walk around. The little girl's like 2 years old, and she won't really know that anything weird is going on at her house, and you know, she can just kind of have fun at the grocery store. But it's dark, it's like late at night, so they couldn't have gone to like a park or anything, but a grocery store was still open. So anyway, they go to this grocery store and they're like having a good time. Like, you know, there's music on the speakers, and like the little girl is dancing, and the babysitter's kind of like dancing around with her. The little girl likes to go like look at all of the cans of things that are like organized, you know, just like point out the colors or whatever. So they're just doing that just to kill time while their parents figure something out. But a security guard comes up to them and like asks what they're doing, and he basically thinks that this babysitter has like kidnapped the little girl. So he doesn't understand why they are like out kind of late at night and why she has this little girl. And so there was a lady in the store, another white lady, who like went to the security guard and said, I think that girl over there kidnapped the little girl that she's with. So it turns into this big thing, and you know, she's having to explain like, no, I'm her babysitter, I'm the nanny, just like let me call her parents, I can prove it to you. And the security guard like wants to take her phone, and it's this pretty like intense scene and very realistic, and it just makes you wonder like what you would do if you were in that situation. Like, what if you were a fellow customer? Would you step in and say something? Would you try to help this girl? Like, even if the situation looks a little bit weird, like what would you do? So I would write my response about that scene, because that's a very dramatic scene and it really like sets the stage for everything else that happens in the book. So that's Thursday's lesson, and that might take you a while. So really you've got like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to work on that. It doesn't matter if it's done like all the way on Thursday, but on Friday, you're gonna do Flipgrid Friday. And this will also be your Flipgrid Friday topic. So you're just gonna tell us what book you're reading. If you happen to have it and you can like hold it up, it's just kind of fun to see the covers of books. I'm really interested in book covers for some reason. Like, I like the way that this one was designed, and I wonder like who made the color choices and stuff. So hold up the book if you have a physical copy of it. Just tell us what you're reading, and then summarize the part that you're gonna do a response to. Just tell us the basics of what happens in that part of the book and why you chose to write about that. So doing the Flipgrid will really help you with your writing, and your writing will help you with the Flipgrid. They're really connected. Additionally, on your Flipgrid, just tell us one thing that you really want to do as soon as this is over. So once life goes back to normal, what is one thing that you're definitely going to do right away? Okay, so that's your Friday assignment, the Flipgrid Friday, and Thursday is the response to a passage in your book. Definitely take the weekend off unless you have something to catch up on, then you can use the weekend for that, but obviously no weekend homework. I will see you guys on Monday, and I'm looking forward to seeing your Flipgrid videos.